Hi, it's Olivia reporting from our home little studio and very near the library. Wanted to kind of dive into, speaking of books and libraries, and hit the self-help section because we're all a little stressed. We're all pivoting and adjusting to major change, and it is challenging right now. Happiness is something that probably is not the first word you're going to use to express how you're feeling during this time. So we wanted to check in with the foremost expert on happiness, Gretchen Rubin, and see how we can adjust to all this change.
Sometimes people worry that it's selfish or trivial to think about our own happiness. Am I getting exercise, when the world is falling apart? But in fact, research shows that when we do take the time to try to make ourselves as happy as we can be, as energetic as we can be, as calm as we can be, we really help ourselves move forward into the unknown future. We strengthen ourselves and we make it possible for us to help other people. So it really is worth taking care of ourselves. It's that old cliche about putting on your own oxygen mask.
Five-time New York Times bestselling author Gretchen Rubin seemed like the right person to turn to as we all struggle to find a happy place in this new normal. For books like The Happiness Project, Happier at Home, and Outer Order, Inner Calm, she's put years of research into how to get happy and stay that way.
Which one comes to mind that is most relevant during a time like this, that maybe would be the best to get delivered to your door right now as we're trying to focus on, everybody's kind of obsessed with how messy their homes are,
Yes.
trying to create homes for the first time, trying
Yeah.
to find a place where you can get some peace and quiet. Where would be a good place to start?
Well, my most recent book, which is a little book, which maybe if you're having trouble focusing, it's nice to have a short, easy to read book, is Outer Order, Inner Calm. And it's a bunch of ideas about how to create outer order, because for so many people, it does help to create inner calm. And I think you're right, now that we're all at home, we've got more people in our house than we're used to. Getting kind of just control over the stuff of life makes us feel more in control of our lives generally.
And generally, it's fair to say most of us have a hunger for self-improvement. The podcast she hosts with her sister Elizabeth Kraft has more than 95 million downloads. So the duo has been helping each other stay happier in a daily live Instagram for their community, sharing strategies like set an alarm to tell yourself it's time to go to bed.
Well, and I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up, and so I think for a lot of people, maybe it didn't work as well for you as you wanted to, but it worked for a lot of people.
What's really nice is that people are coming from all over the world, and it's so reassuring to hear from people in Ireland, in Australia, in Berlin, and in Indianapolis, and have this feeling of like we're all in this together. I'm finding that many people are using this as an opportunity for self-reflection. It's not an opportunity that any one of us wanted or would have chosen, but it's here. And I think a lot of people are they're looking for ways to step back and to reflect and to think, well, what are the larger lessons that I can learn about myself, my family, my relationship to my community?
And that is what it's all about, right? We've got to make the best of a very challenging situation, and that's the key to success in life and peace in your own home and in your own heart and mind. So I particularly love the analogy of the airplane oxygen mask, right? Taking time to make sure you take care of yourself, that moment, that beat, that acknowledgement of, self-care and how am I feeling right now? And that will enable you to take good care of the people around you, the kids in your home, your colleagues who you're sharing a workspace with. It'll allow you to be your very best self, and it's so important. So coming up at 9 o'clock, we're talking specifically about one of her books called The Four Tendencies, and it'll help you get a better assessment of who is going to respond and how we're going to respond to these changes and crises, and help you navigate a little path to success. So that's coming up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, taking care of yourself right now, the idea of that can get really, really lost in everything that we're doing, especially if you are, still working and you got multiple kids at home, or even, it's a lot to think about, and you often put yourself last on that list. So it's
We're
a good
going to
reminder.
change that.
Yes.